Welcome back to another hybrid Land Cruiser project video. Here's what we've been up to so far.
We're on an ambitious mission to build a custom Land Cruiser that's comfortable to travel in and be serviceable anywhere in the world. The concept is to mount a left-hand drive 78 series Troopy body onto an 80 series chassis, powered by the 100 series V8 driveline. It's still the early stages of this project, and so far the biggest challenge has simply been sourcing these three core components. The road ahead on this project will not be an easy one. I'm stretching my skills and knowledge to their very limits. In this episode, we finally make some real progress, tracking down these three components and getting our hands dirty turning a few wrenches along the way. Coming up in this episode, we lay down the final coats of paint on these axle housings, source and wrestle the drivetrain into the garage, and dive into the challenges we've run into trying to get this Troopy body shipped across the country from Ontario to Alberta.
Axles are all primed up. It is time to put the final coat of paint on. I got a chassis paint that I'm going to be using for the frame and these axles. Let's get to spraying some of this stuff on. All right, so those axles are all painted up. I might do another layer on them of paint, but it's been really cold here the past couple days. Just not great weather for painting. But now we have to go pick up our engine, transmission, and transfer case, and hopefully a wiring harness and the ECU. So this is a big step in the process of kind of collecting all these parts. I feel like that's the stage I'm in right now, is the on paper build and then the collecting parts phase. Once we have all of our parts under one roof, the body, the engine, the transmission, the chassis, all that stuff, it'll really be time to turn some wrenches. So the guy that I actually bought that rolling chassis off of is the same guy that I'm buying the engine and transmission from. He's got a bunch of Land Cruisers in his yard, and every time I'm over at his place, I just look at all of the cool things that he's got going on over there. So the last time I was over there picking up that rolling chassis, I noticed that he had a Lexus LX470, which is the equivalent of the 100 series Land Cruiser. I've been kind of looking around for a 2UZ engine. The one that I want, the drive-by cable, has been hard to find, actually. I've called a bunch of wrecking yards. They don't have them. So it was really hard to source this 2UZ, and funny enough, the same person who sold me the rolling chassis also has that drive-by cable 2UZ. I asked him if he would part the vehicle out. He said, yeah, the body is a little bit rusty, but the drivetrain's in good shape. So he actually pulled the engine out. He's got it ready for me to come pick up. Hopefully we can slide it in the back of the Tacoma with little issue. There might be some issue because it's a big engine and transmission combo, and it's a heavy engine. It's a 4.7. I believe the block is cast iron, so it's going to be a heavy thing. And the engine and the tranny are still connected together. They're not separated yet. I'm going to separate it when it gets back to the shop here. But for now, I'm transporting everything as is, connected, big, bulky, and heavy. We'll see how the Tacoma can manage it. So let's get on over to his shop, pick up this engine and transmission, get it home, and then I also have some news on the body. A couple of big developments on that, a couple of problems that I was not expecting with the shipping arrangement. Let's get on over to his shop, pick up this engine and transmission combo, and get it back to the house. That should be it then, eh?
something to put it on? Oil pan so we can just drop it off. That is the oil pan will get attached to it. But yeah.
Oh, inside? Yeah. Land Cruiser 2000 Lexus version. So I think I'm just gonna hook it to the chain. Come on.
Oh, you got it. It's angling the thing down. That's nice. What else did you get in the transmission?
Transmission, transfer case, ECU, and wiring harness.
You want to try to slide it forward?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice. When I take weight off of the truck comes up.
Yeah.
So there's
Oh
room
yeah,
to
yeah.
go
So
up.
there's more up.
Yeah, look. Now we're completely out. We're off the ground completely.
Okay, you're completely off the ground.
Yeah, we're completely off the ground.
Wait. So I'm gonna lift the back here and push your way. Wait, then you need to pull at the same time. On you.
3, 2, 1.
We'll go one at a time.
2, 1. Just skip it.
Okay, let me just make sure that we're still on.
We'll go up a little bit more. Okay. So there's no contact. And are we completely on the ground? You see any contact?
The only thing that's contacting is the transfer case now.
Okay, then I think that the best option might be driving this out of the way from back. It's gonna be hard to pull this out without making contact.
Going back one
Yeah,
more.
we can go back one more. Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's probably as far as I can pull this thing up. Okay, yeah, get this truck out of here.
Let's try one more.
Okay,
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Okay. All right. I'll drive forward.
Slide. I think we're free of hookups. The bolt is no longer touching the ground. Oh, the T-case is touching the ground though. Hey, yeah, go. I'm gonna watch it. Okay, we're dragging the T-case. Do you want this to drag across your tailgate?
It's gonna drop off the wood, and then like have to cross this tailgate gap. Okay, ready?
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. We're on tailgate now. Yeah, keep going. Yeah, we're almost off the tailgate. I'm about to let go of the tailgate.
Okay, we're gonna have to lift this together.
Okay, we can do that.
Let's just see if we can lift it together.
Oh, we could probably spin.
Yeah, go straight up. Okay. Spin towards you.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the sketchy part.
Oh my lord.
I cannot believe you took the whole fucking thing all together.
That's how he gave it to me.
Hopefully it goes slow. But then you have to make sure you're not going to let the transmission touch the ground.
Oh, this is gonna be It was moving. Come on!
I just slung out of it. What are we slinging?
I don't know. Oh, cool. Probably. Good lord. Wheels feel like squares.
There we go. Looks like some ice or something. So awkward. It's like, it's weight, but it's not weight in the normal way. That's fucking dangerous. Okay. Good approach.
If I guide it, are you going to be able to push it?
Imagine busting that open, just pulling it all over the ground. Ready to move forward?
Yeah.
High enough, yeah?
Yeah.
So I think you'll want to put it as far back as it'll go. Like, see if you can get it to the other sidewall of the tire. Do you want me to lift it up a little bit more?
Could you?
I can.
Yeah, that's good.
So yeah, I'd say try to put that as far back as you can.
Like get the pan?
No, I don't think the pan will reach the tire, but if you can get the transfer case onto the outside.
Can we go
Backwards a little bit?
yeah, and then turn in? Turn in.
A little lower.
Yeah.
Okay. Down.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Good.
Not
Just keep going. Yeah, good.
But I didn't know a way at all.
Yeah, exactly.
So, thank you.
Okay, let's try to get this out of here.
I mean, it's gonna be pretty simple.
Yeah. Wow, that was a lot of work getting that engine and transmission into the truck and then bringing it home and then getting it back out of the truck. Thankfully, my buddy Tyler helped me unload it when I got home, so I didn't have to unload it by myself. I need to separate it from the transmission and then eventually get it up on an engine stand. I'm not going to do a full rebuild on it because it was perfectly healthy when it was pulled out, but I do want to go through and replace some of the smaller bits, maybe reseal the engine, do the timing belt, water pump, valve cover gaskets, spark plugs, just little things like that to make sure that the engine is as healthy as possible before it goes to its new home in that 80 series chassis. Now I'm going to tell you a story about the body and what's going on with that, because in the previous video I had told you that we had sourced a left-hand drive Troopy body here in Canada that had been imported to the country from Toyota Gibraltar. If you've ever heard of that place, it's an epic Land Cruiser facility. It's an epic Toyota facility. It has been a bit of a hassle, I'm not gonna lie, to get a shipping company organized to ship the car body across the country for me. What I learned was that just a regular freight company that operates a car carrier will not touch anything like that because it doesn't roll. And a lot of companies don't want to take responsibility for just the car body. What ended up happening was that I contacted my friends at Alberta Tech. I've been working closely with them over the past year. They are very experienced in moving items like campers across the country, right? I sent them a message and said, hey, I'm looking to move this car body. Do you have any recommendations for a shipping company? They did, and they actually helped me with the process of finding a company to ship that car body. Here's where things went off the rails a little bit. The shipping company showed up to the location of where the body was and ended up declining to take the shipment on the grounds that it apparently was not safe to ship. Even though he had been provided the weight and dimensions and description of the load, he showed up to the place and said, no, I'm not gonna take that. So what we think actually happened is that he would have had to shuffle his load around that was already loaded onto his trailer. My piece was just one of many pieces on his trailer, and he didn't want to have to unload a piece to then load my piece to then reload the other piece. He didn't want to have to do any shuffling, is what it sounds like. The person that actually owns the body and sold me the body was there when the truck driver showed up to collect the shipment. So he was interacting with the truck driver and then interacting with me and telling me, hey, this guy is declining to pick this thing up. So I got on the phone with my guys at Alberta Tech and they ended up getting everything straightened out for me. God bless, because I don't know what I would have done. They ended up canceling that shipment, rebooking it for a few days later. So what happened today was another truck came and this time they loaded it into the back of a semi-trailer, which is awesome. The shipment is loaded up and it's on its way to Calgary. So a little bit of a hiccup there in the beginning, but it all worked out in the end. I'm expecting this body to show up here in the next 5 to 6 days. It's got a long way to go from Ontario to Calgary, and I'm going to pick it up at the Alteratech shop. I will be trailering the body back home to my house here and unloading it into the garage. That's another piece of the puzzle that I haven't yet figured out. I've had to think of how I'm going to unload the body from my U-Haul trailer. I'm going to rent a U-Haul trailer, have the body forklifted off of the transport truck onto my U-Haul trailer it back to the house and unload it. But how am I going to unload it? I don't have a forklift. So I figured I'm going to have to create some sort of dolly that the body is going to sit on so we can roll the body off the trailer when I get it home here. It's been a lot trying to coordinate all this, but I'm super excited to finally see this thing in person. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Coming up in the next video, you'll see how the body arrives, how we get it home, how we get it loaded and unloaded. It's gonna be a time, and then I will walk you around the body and we'll see just what we got here, because I still haven't seen this thing, right? I've never seen it, and it's gonna be a ton of fun to finally get to see a left-hand drive Troopy body in person. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you in the next video.